Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden homestead. And today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. And I had done um, several videos on soils, good soils, bad soils, semi good soils, but in my eyes, this is the best. And this is what I typically use. And the only reason why I hadn't brought it out yet is because most of what I already had was mixed with compost, and I wanted you to see it at its raw form without the compost in it. And I use Costa Maine Cotty Blend compost if I can get it. If I can't get it, then I have to figure out something else, but I do have enough to do all my planting this year. Now, this is Fox Farm Ocean Forest. Okay, and I have my gloves on today because I just got done sterilizing this because this bag has been in my shed since last fall. It's a little bit damp, not a ton. And bring it up here so you can see. You can see there's like little sticks in here, but not big. I'm not going to have to sift it at all. You can see how much more perlite they put in it, and that helps lighten it up. This is for pots. This is not for you to plant your entire garden bed in. You want to use garden soil in your garden bed. Okay, so this is going to keep your pots lightweight, but with the perlite and I'll read off the rest of the ingredients, but like the sphagnum moss and everything like that, it's going to help keep your pots moist for longer. And if you live here in Colorado, you know that it's very dry here. So we are having to go out and put water on our hanging baskets, deck railings, even like when I do my peppers and tomatoes, when I put them in. I don't want the soil to be really dense when you're planting something like a pepper or tomato in a container. And the reason for that is that all the heavy stuff is going to settle to the bottom. Your plant's not going to do as well because the roots won't be able to penetrate through that bottom stuff. So you want good stuff. And if you're going to spend time growing yourself some vegetables to eat, now you can skimp out on flowers, okay? I still use this on my flowers. But that's me. You can do whatever you want. This is a very, 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 very good product. You can see there's no big sticks. And I don't have it memorized what's all in here, so I wrote it down. And this is from the Fox Farm website. It contains aged forest products, okay? Aged. That means they're partially broken down, not a giant stick like some of the other ones we were seeing. Sphagnum peat moss. This has got worm castings in it. Bat guano, and for people who don't know what bat guano is, it's bat poop. And my uncle, long, long time ago, when you used to be able to get bat poop very cheap, used to have semi-trucks of it trucked up to his farm in Lyman, Colorado. But that was a long time ago before they realized that people will actually pay money for bat poop. This has fish emulsion. It contains crab and shrimp meal. Oyster shells, and the oyster shells are ground up, and that's to help adjust the pH so that you're at a neutral pH. Perlite, which are these, you saw me put perlite in the other stuff, but you can see it's got a lot. Not like a half a tablespoon like some of those other ones had, or none at all. It contains sandy loam. Sandy loam does not mean sand. Yes, well, sandy loam does have sand in it, but sandy loam is basically a mix of sand, silt, and clay. But when I touch this and I rub my fingers on it, it's not gritty. That one, I can't even remember that was the Ace Hardware brand potting soil, where that was like grit. I mean, it was gross. And by the way, we just spread that out in our area where our lawn is. I wasn't going to use it on anything else because in my mind, that's about all it was good for. And then the last thing they had on here is kelp meal. So this is a good product. Happy Frog is also a good product. I like the Ocean Forest better. For those that live up here in the mountains of Colorado, if you're close to Denver, so Bailey, Conifer, Evergreen, Pine, Shawnee, Kittredge, Aspen Park, you get the idea. The cheapest place to get this now, since our grow store closed, is Grow Generations down in Denver. They are offering a 1.5 cubic foot bag for $16.75. It's well worth the drive because while Ace Hardware does carry it, it's almost double the price. I don't think it's quite double, but it's pretty darn close for the same size bag. And if you need a lot, even with gas prices going up, it's worth the drive. And maybe if you have a friend that lives close by and you both need it, you can make a day of it. So again, this is what I'm using. Today I'm going to be planting marigolds. And since I have them right here, I'm just reusing some old containers for my marigolds. So I don't know, that's about 3.5. I don't know how big those are, but not quite 4. So I think they're about 3.5 by 2.5. I will put 2 seeds in each and get my marigolds started. They will be under my grow lights. I'm not going to worry about putting compost in here since it's just the flowers, and there's already enough really good stuff in this soil. So it's good enough for flowers. And you don't have to put compost in your containers. It's just what I do. It makes it so that I don't have to use as much fertilizer and things like that. And you can see me playing with this, and I want you to see, you're not seeing big sticks. Oh, there's a little one. So this is a very good product. And at $16.75 for a cubic foot, 1.5 cubic feet, sorry, not 1 cubic foot. That's a very, very reasonable price in this day and age for a quality soil, potting soil. Okay. So again, your garden is only going to be as good as the soil. If your soil sucks, to be nice about it, your garden is not going to do as well. Spend the money in your soil and buy cheaper seeds. That's all I can say. I mean, you can grow, in a old plastic container, but if you put good soil in it, it's gonna do fine. You want to keep your money in your soil. Now, this soil, typically my peppers and tomatoes, they're so root bound. I usually just set them outside and let them dry up, and then we spread that around the pond and stuff like that. I don't try and reuse my potting soil. But other things that aren't as root bound as like my peppers and my tomatoes get, different types of flowers and stuff like that. If I need to refresh it, I will. And I will refresh it with compost, worm castings. Usually there's some kelp meal, crab meal, whatever I got around is what I refresh it with. I usually have to add more sphagnum peat moss, depending on how much peat moss is in my compost. If it's the Cotty blend, I usually don't have to worry about it. But if it's not the Cotty blend, some of the other composts out there they're just not as good. But like I said, you're going to have to garden with what you can afford. I recommend reducing the number of your beds and buying better soil. I hope that makes sense, because you're going to get a higher yield with better products versus some of the actual crap that's out there. And you saw the what was it? There was the Miracle-Gro, and I showed you the Ace Hardware. Can't remember. I think it was Sun Valley was the other one. I don't remember. And it wasn't bad, but it didn't have enough of the perlite in it, so I did add perlite. Now, some of those yucky ones I actually put at the bottom of some of the tubs that I'm going to be growing in, just growing the herbs in out on my not my garden, out on my deck this year, since we lost the greenhouse and stuff until we have a chance to rebuild. I'll go ahead and use the yuck stuff at the bottom, but everything will get good soil at the top where most of the roots are at. The tubs are probably about 2 feet deep, and my herbs, except for maybe the basil, but I don't even think the basils are going in that one. So its roots might get deep enough, but I'm not worried about it. I'll mix some of this good soil in with that, but most of the soil below is going to be the junk, basically, but it's all been filtered. The Miracle-Gro has all been, I used my, what do I call it? Soil sifter, to get those sticks out. And those sticks I just threw in the trash. I don't have a compost pile anymore because I just don't have a lot of luck being east-west facing here at getting it hot enough to break it down fast enough. Might try it again, but I'm getting pretty old, so it's kind of hard to turn it just by hand and stuff like that. So this is the good stuff. I know that there's other products out there that are also good, but this is my go-to, the Fox Farm Ocean Forest. Hope you're having a wonderful day and happy gardening.